Welcome to a virtual tour of the recent remediation and renovation of Carpinteria City Hall. Because of the pandemic, City Hall has not yet been reopened to the public. However, all city services remain available. Sit back and enjoy this virtual tour of Carpinteria City Hall's remediation and renovation project. The building was originally constructed in 1959. Building materials in that period contained asbestos, which is now well known as a health and safety hazard. The city of Carpinteria purchased the building in 1973 to become Carpinteria City Hall. Recently, after a plumbing leak and damage to the building, it was determined that the asbestos throughout the building needed to be removed. Let's take a closer look at some of the new changes with Carpinteria's City Manager, Dave Derflinger.
As you can see, we're in the lobby here and it's been improved significantly. It's much larger. There's larger counter space for planning, engineering, and building services. There's a reception area and a seating area. And there's natural light now that is let in through a new monitor. In order to remove all the asbestos in the building, it had to totally be gutted. Floors, ceilings, walls were all removed in the 14,000 square foot space. The City Council identified that it wished to take advantage of that investment and improve mechanical systems, accessibility, bring the building up to code, electrical improvements, water conservation improvements, and energy improvements. The City Hall remediation and renovation project budget was $5 million. $4 million of that was covered by insurance. The city wanted to leverage that $4 million insurance investment by making other improvements to the building that will give it another 50 years of life.
In front of the building, pavers were put in for stormwater retention, a riverine landscape area, and a ramp was put in for accessibility.
One of the many improvements in the building is there's much better meeting room space. So let me give you a tour of some of the meeting rooms here at City Hall. Right off of the lobby is a conference room for small meetings where planning staff and engineering staff can meet with the public, developers, to go over plans. This is the large conference room area. It can seat more than 10 people. We can have large staff meetings here, large meetings with members of the public, and it has all the technology updates. This is another meeting room space that we have that we use as flex space. We can have small meetings here or have workstations. The interior walls to the building were modular when it was built, so the insurance company paid for modular wall systems. We chose this transparent wall system because it lets natural light in from the outside to the inside of the building. An important improvement to the building was the establishment of a complete fire suppression system, fire sprinklers, fire exiting improvements, and an alarm. The entire heating and air conditioning system for the building was replaced. We're on a raised foundation, so all the mechanical is underneath the floor of the building. It was quite a job. This is the remodeled employee break room with a new kitchen, tables, and seating area. All the restrooms in the building have also been remodeled. I want to show you some of the important infrastructure that was redone in this building. All new telephone wiring, all new computer wiring, and all new wiring for our government access television facility.
The council chambers were remediated in the first phase of the project, along with the lobby next to it, the bathrooms, and the adjacent conference room. There are now a total of 4 meeting rooms at City Hall, along with the council chambers. Now for a tour of the backside of City Hall, which is the Carpinteria branch of the Sheriff's Department.
Good morning. Sheriff's Lieutenant Butch Arnoldi. I'm the station commander, police chief here for the city of Carpinteria and South County Patrol Bureau. So welcome to our renovated station here at Carpinteria City Hall. Before we go in and do a tour, I'd like to point out during those off hours, because our lobby is only open Monday through Friday, 8 to 4, and other hours than that, we have an outside phone that rings directly into our dispatch center. So before 8 in the morning and after 4 in the afternoon and on weekends, please utilize that phone and call, and you'll be a direct line to our dispatch center so our deputies can get here and help you with whatever needs you have. Why don't we go ahead and go on in? So when you enter the unlocked lobby during business hours, the people will step up to the security window, and staff here will come to the window and find out what business you need.
The remediated and renovated sheriff's station includes an administrative area, deputy offices, the station commander's office, a sleep room for officers who need to spend the night, the renovated briefing and break room, the report writing area, 2 new bathrooms complete with showers, and the interview room.
Now we're going to step into our evidence preparation area.
Previously, there were 3 holding cells at the station. Now there's just 1 cell, which has become an evidence collection cell for people in custody to give urine samples. Otherwise, people being detained are kept in Santa Barbara. The evidence packaging and preparation area includes evidence lockers.
Now here we have the men's locker room.
There is a separate women's locker room. Outside the locker room is the gun safe and the officers' equipment bags. And beyond this area is a private entrance for both sheriff's and city hall staff.
But again, just want to remind the public that please utilize the phone that sits out here, because if you don't have a cell phone, that is a direct line to our dispatch center. Thank you for the little tour today, and look forward to meeting many of you when this pandemic is over.
I hope you enjoyed this tour of the renovated City Hall. These improvements will allow us to serve you for at least another 50 years.
The City of Carpinteria is anxious to open City Hall's doors to the public. At this time, City Hall remains closed and available to the public by appointment only due to the pandemic restrictions. The public can reach City Hall by calling 805-684-5405. All city services remain available, and many resources can be found at the city's website, www.carpinteria.ca.us.